And we are live. Bucket, here we go. Coming to you from America. Welcome to Informed Collective. This is our Matchweek review. We'll be discussing Matchweek 25. Let's get into it.
How you feeling, Marcus?
Yeah, I am. It sucks. Like, I mean, how are you feeling? I know you're feeling happy.
Man. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll get myself out the way real quick. Of course, four wins since what is it, 2024? I think it's February 2024. Last time under Erik ten Hag.
You think you deserve that win though? Like, for real?
Do we deserve the win? I will say though, it was out of the last 4 games or under Carrick, it's been our worst performance under Carrick so far. It's been a really bad performance.
Almost like you needed a little help to get that point.
What you mean by that? What kind of help? What kind of help you?
It just seems like it was like we were outnumbered even before Romero got sent off.
Oh, really?
I felt like an even game before Romero got sent off.
I thought, yeah.
Sure. I think we were playing well when we had our full team. But I'm saying we were still outnumbered. It was still 13 to.
You mean like the fans, 12, like the 12th man or something like that? The fans kind of got to the
13 to 11. With all the
13.
Yeah, even with the linesman. The linesman was crazy. Was crazy.
Not the lino. No.
You got to show the video. You got to show the video. Okay, for the listeners, we're talking about the abysmal performance that Michael Oliver just put on as a ref. It was completely insane, honestly. Like,
all right, fine. We'll go through what you're
So first and foremost, let's start here.
Right? Okay.
Let's start here. It wasn't even checked by VAR. I didn't know you could do wrestling moves not. If that was anybody else, any other team that's getting looked at least.
Yeah, I mean,
no.
Okay, fair. Yeah. But is that why you guys lost the game?
I mean, that was one of many. I'll say. Let's go through the other videos. I think I sent a couple.
I think okay. Let's see let's see. But
first, let's go. I think I just sent you the most recent one. I just sent you in the email. Let's go start with that one and just talk about Romero's. No, not that one.
This one?
No.
This one?
It's in another email.
She'll let me know that, man. Oh man, see,
it's the most recent email. It's titled Romero's, just so we can because that was the highlight or the low light we can say.
Okay, sure. Let's go through this. Since it's Since this is what set it off, all right, let's do this. Boom. Apologies for the technical difficulties for the 0 viewers that we got going on right now. But yeah, boom, there we go. Okay, I'm looking at this.
This is Romero. He has the ball. Boom, goes to clear it. Does that look like a red card?
First off, this is the worst angle to see that.
Okay, well, that's the only thing I could find, unfortunately, because they know it was so bad. Like, if they showed close-ups, that it would, be talking.
I'll show you. I'll pull up please, let's go on with your analysis of the game, since I feel like you have a little bit more of a controversial look on this. And then, I'll pull up the.
Here's my thing, right? If it's a red card, fine. Be it a red card, but keep it consistent across the league, right? Like, we saw the same day. There's a video I sent against Arsenal. I think it was against Zupamendi it was Broby winning for a tackle, like a 50-50 ball, and stood all over someone's shin. Same tackle, same type of tackle, and was a yellow card. So it's is it a yellow card or is it a red card? If it's a yellow card, which I think that is a yellow card, what Romero did for sure. If you want to consider that, he went through the ball, fine, but it's not a red card. And
bro, this happened in Casemiro. Casemiro, there's been chances where Casemiro has gotten the ball, but his foot rolled over it and kind of, pushed him at the end. I guess his foot, went against his shins, the opponent's shins, and there was a red card being shown.
But it didn't happen against City when he played with Dallo, and he did it against Doku.
I did say that should have been a red card. I did say we were lucky for that. But this is a clear red card, man. He gets the ball,
but like then it should be consistent. Like is what I'm saying. Like, but the same day against, what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to. I'm just saying like that. It's not consistent across the league.
All right.
And Romero had possession of the ball.
That is a point.
It's not like it was a 50-50 ball. Romero had possession of the ball. He turned around to clear the ball, and by the time he went to clear it, Casemiro closed him in.
Yeah, that's definitely a point to make, but that's definitely not the reason why. I think that's the reason Spurs might have, bro. I feel like
there is an agenda.
There is no agenda. I feel like what happened. Do you know the agenda
against Romero? I swear to God.
No, it's not against Romero. Romero's a shit captain, bro. Straight up. This is a very up and down captain, bro. He's not a level-headed guy, man. We've seen it. This guy has the most red cards in the league over the past couple seasons, bro. He's not very, secure, as a captain.
I believe that, before Maddison got injured, he was going to be the next guy for sure.
I actually agree with both of you here. Where like Romero's talent-wise is actually up there, and I think he gets looked down a lot. But the reason he gets looked down is he does this stuff, and it's not just like this season, dude. He has like so many red cards over the course of his career, and I'm curious what you guys are going to say about this red card more, because I think it is kind of a weird one, where he has possession, but I don't know, dude. Like do I want Romero on my team? It's like talent-wise, yeah, without a doubt. But knowing that,
sure, yeah.
I saw the stat like 23% of the games for Spurs he's missed due to red cards and suspensions. That's like an insane number.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of those cards, if I was to actually go like and watch like a compilation of like all the times he's gotten a card, whether it's yellow or red, I think I would find a good amount of it to be bullshit, if I'm keeping it real. But that's just me, maybe, who knows? So, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, I hate a red card in a big game, whether it's for my team or against my team. I think it just, especially when it's taken away from the game, like, I think that just kind of killed the actual game. And, yeah, I think the boys still played, to the best of their ability, though, from where I was sitting.
To the best of I feel like you Spurs, I don't know. You guys put up an okay fight at the end. That red card really, ticked it off. I feel like if you didn't, maybe it would have been a draw at least. We were still putting up a really good fight. Vicario was your best player, I feel like. He made, I think, 8 or 9 saves with shots out of the box, inside the box, So I feel like, that was your best player from my end, at least from what I was seeing. We, even though, we're the new set piece of FC Ole Ole, I feel like it's a pretty creative set piece out of Carrington, and Bumo, assist from Menu. So yeah, man, it was a solid performance from us. I'm sorry it's we had to ruin the day for you guys, but yeah, man, on to West Ham. Yeah, it was simple days. I feel like I knew this. I feel like I knew we were gonna beat the Spurs going into this game, just off of the last 3 wins. I knew this was gonna be a bit of a challenge, but not as much as Fulham, I would say. Yeah, bro. Fulham was our away challenge. I feel like with Spurs, we were at home. We won the last 2 games. We had some confidence coming into this game. So I feel like we could have at least gotten the tie. The points coming out of this game was a guarantee.
Do you think you would have won if that red card hadn't been given?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Just because of what the squad is for Tottenham right now. Tottenham's a crippled squad with players, a lot of injured players. So I feel like somehow United would have made, movements on that. They would have been motivated by that and try to get 3 points off that. It's not a fit squad, man. It's not a strengthened squad. Unfortunately, due to injuries and player injuries and stuff like that. So, if it was a fit squad, I feel like it would have been a really, really tough challenge. Probably we could have probably even lost. So, yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
What do you think about again back to Tottenham captain talks? Excuse me. Mark, let's just say you've been watching since 2015. How do you rank Romero compared to all the captains they've had since then?
I think
Lloris.
Yeah, like Lloris wasn't really I feel like he was a behind the scenes captain, right? Like he wasn't too vocal. He didn't see, and even then, I don't think he was really the loudest. He might have been a lead by example type of captain. But our best captain from the time that I've been a fan, I should say, definitely Son for sure, right? Like vocal, leads by example. Everyone, people don't want to disappoint him, right? So, I think he was definitely the best captain. I think it's hard to live up to that standard. I like the idea of Romero, but at the same time, I don't know how well this guy speaks English. I don't know how much he can communicate with the actual team.
Well, he's communicating a lot that the board needs to get out, but he's been spending a lot of the time out.
That's a good point.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
He's been super vocal with that.
Yeah.
Well, no. I like the fact that he's pushing and kind of letting the fans know that okay, we also feel it as players too, against the board and all this stuff and all that. So I do like that, but I'm talking about how who is he in the locker room? I don't know how big of a personality he is. I think, like I said, before Maddison's injury, it looked like he was going to be next up, because even throughout last season when Son was going through his injuries and stuff like that, Maddison was the second in line, we'll say. So I think Romero obviously got tossed in because he was a part of the leadership group from last season. He's a natural born leader. I'm pretty sure he's
won the World Cup too.
Yeah, is he the captain of Argentina?
That's Messi.
No, that's Messi. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think Messi said that he was going to be the future captain of Argentina, and he said that he was the best defender in the world and all that stuff. So, yeah, I think it's not really his fault. I think he needs some more security around within the club, meaning there needs to be a clear understanding of what the future project is, if he's going to be a part of it, if this is if we're looking to cash in on him, what is the actual method of attack for him. So yeah, I think it's
not guaranteed yet right now if he's going to be leaving or not at the end of the season.
No. It's not guaranteed. No.
So would you rank him above Lloris or no? I'm just trying to see you're saying.
I think okay. So to answer that question, that part of the question, I think at that time, because we had Harry Kane, it didn't really matter who the captain was. He was to quote Pep, it really was the Harry Kane team to some degree, right? We definitely had other stars in there, Dele Alli, Eriksen, Son, Dembele, all these other guys, but it was the Harry Kane team. And from all the videos we've seen, and from the Amazon videos to all the little Instagram videos we see, or social media, TikTok videos, whatever it is. It was his team, it was him. So I don't think it really mattered who the captain was back then as much as it meant post Harry Kane and now post Heung-min Son, because now, that was an era, right? Like the Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, like that was an era, and like their names were strong enough to be either captain like Heung-min Son or not, and still have it be like their team. So so now it's like a new identity for who the face of the team is, all that stuff.
I feel like
Madison. I think he's a little too old for it to be him. I think there's some young kids that we have that are definitely capable, and looks like they're doing, whether they're on loan or here. So we'll see. But yeah, I think we're kind of like looking into a new. We're officially entering the new era of Tottenham post Harry Kane and Heung-min Son.
So you would want to manage your captain going forward after what you've seen so far this season, or?
Maybe not like first. I think, like I said, he's a leader, natural, but like I don't think he should be the face of Tottenham in that regard. It's like
a Harry Maguire situation, kind of armband is heavy, when you kind of take it off, the performance goes back up.
Yeah, whenever, let's say it is Madison, right? And like he is the next captain and whatever, right? And like Madison plays 82 minutes or whatever the game and goes out, like he gives the captain armband to Romero to finish out the game. Like that's the type of captain I could see him being, but not like the main, he's too real, honestly. Like, and you like that to be within the dressing room and still like have a presence within like the leadership, but you don't want that to be the main voice, because it does unfortunately attract a negative light. Clearly, right? So,
and then one more question, just obviously your performances have not been good. You're, for lack of a better term, in a relegation battle. You know what I mean? You're like 6 points or so off West Ham, but I haven't heard you, come at the players, the way the players played, or the way that the coach managed the team. Do you think that based on this run of form, based on this last game, that is purely down to like the referee, or there's no blame for Christian Romero trying to be the captain, be the level-headed person that's needed in a game like this to steady your ship, or Thomas Frank to not go so defensive, or change the tactics in a way that way that the game went. Because like when Chelsea played United, we got a red card in the first 5 minutes, and the way that Maresca ended up putting out the squad definitely led us to lose the game. There's no question.
No, and that's true. But if you think like he had to take out in order to fill like the defensive, absence that we were about to have, he had to take out, Odegaard, right? So,
but to be fair with Tottenham, at least, you did bring on Kolo Muani, Tell, and Basuma, which are more attacking.
It wasn't like we weren't
forward,
attacking anymore. Like
right.
I think Xavi still had a really good game, like for as well as he could. I think there is a team within what we have. It's just a shame that none of them are fit at the moment. Like if all of us, if we had a full strength, I think there is a team within this team for sure.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think there are going to have to be some departures in the summer with,
Dragusin.
Dragusin for sure. Vicario, I still think probably still needs to go. I think unfortunately Udogie might have to go just because he's too injury prone. Like we'll see how long he's out now. If it's nothing too serious, then maybe it's fine. But like it just seems like he's always injured, like a little bit too much. So him.
There's some reports of Tottenham looking into Christian Pulisic. What do you make of that?
He was really good for,
because Kolo Muani's probably not going to stay, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We haven't heard too much. It sounds like he really does want to leave to go to Juventus. So
yeah,
I mean, those are just rumors, but we'll see.
United is apparently in the race as well for Pulisic, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Pulisic is. I mean, he was killing it at Milan for a little bit.
Yeah,
he's a good player. So yeah, I mean, wouldn't be mad at that, but it all depends realistically. Like, I think Richarlison has to go. Basuma. I think we have probably 9 or 10 players that we could probably part ways with, and hopefully upgrade on. And yeah, let's see what this new era looks like. If we can stay hopefully above and not get relegated. Because
do you think that your team fully fit is a title challenging team or no? Or top 6 team?
Definitely top 6. Title challenging. Yeah, I think so for sure. Yeah. I think if Dom Solanke, started in August and we didn't have just Richarlison playing at the top, I think we could have probably scored more goals. We'll say that. I don't know if about won more games, but we'll say scored more goals.
Do you think in the summer, like you mentioned, like you want to upgrade on the team, but I feel like last year was that time, right? Like you guys just got your Europa League trophy,
right? Yeah,
I mean, changes. I feel like as a player
in January either.
Yeah, as a player.
Yeah, I mean,
this last summer.
This has been the issue, and we thought Levy was the problem, but it doesn't seem like it was 100%. I don't know who. I mean, that guy, like I said, Johan Lang. I don't know what he does, but he. Yeah, and we just parted ways with Paratici or whatever his name was. I liked him because he got some good play. I mean, I think he brought us Kulusevski and Bentancur and a couple other players. But
he had an interesting first press conference for where's he at? He's at an Italian club. I forget.
Yeah, he's at
Florentino. And he had this press conference, and he started off by saying he's like, I wasn't asked to come here. I tried to come here because the owners are serious. And I was like, is that like a sideswipe to Spurs, or is he just saying
no, it really is. It's not just him. Jose has also was left. I mean, we all know he got sacked right before the final. So it's question marks. Like Jose, who's never lost the final, we sacked him. What? I mean, don't get me wrong. We did have a pretty serious injury crisis at the time. I think Harry Kane was injured. Son might have been injured. So I don't know, but yeah, it's not just RTC, Jose.
I guess to put on your tinfoil, do you think there's a rotation in top clubs winning, league titles, or do you think it's actually just the experience and just the willpower of teams going after year after year?
Are you asking if there's a script?
No, genuinely, yeah. I'm just, why not? Why not? Just I'm just trying to exercise thoughts right now. I'm just trying to see, I'm just trying to see where. All right, yeah.
I do think that there are agendas that lead referees to sway their opinions, or or enhance their opinions or whatever. Right? Some of these refs, Nick, you said it before. They're biased, like you said.
Yeah.
So refs that are Manchester fans or whatever, and it's wait, what? How's that happen? So I think that refs are people, right? So they're gonna have their own upbringing, their own beliefs and all that stuff. So I think that that it definitely causes that, but end of the day, ball still got to go.
All the refs work for FIFA, and FIFA has to hands down be the most corrupt organization I've ever come across in my life, bro. So you're telling me I also don't think there's a script, but I agree with Marcus. I think there's inherent biases.
Yeah, but it's also
smaller scale, and then those inherent biases lead up to big scale swings.
Yeah, it comes from top down, right? It starts with money investment into players and opportunities and getting the best, players and everything. Kind of that's what essentially wins you the league, right?
Wire transfers too, maybe, you never know.
Yeah, man. Couple from Russia, you know.
Keeping it real.
Bro, you guys saw that clip I saw of United. I sent you guys a United in the 2000s, that goal against Spurs, or the non-goal. Bro.
Yeah.
That's how bad things used to be,
That's
bro.
what I'm trying to say. Like the error was like, was it just like, oh, like, you know, like,
yeah,
we're not going to look into this. It's United.
Yeah, man.
Do you think United's keeping this form up, or this is the purple patch and things get real right after this?
Bro, we haven't won at West Ham since 2021. All right.
Yeah.
So even worse than Tottenham, it's been West Ham before is, going away at least to London Stadium. So this is going to be a proper test.
I don't think you come out of that without at least sharing points.
Sharing points, exactly. Wan-Bissaka's there. He did well against Garnacho. I know he's going to come out and do something. He's going to be man of the match. I'm telling you.
They're fighting, bro.
And they're fighting relegation, exactly.
Like properly fighting.
Right. So I'm not going to say anything disrespectful towards West Ham and its fans. Obviously, it's going to be a proper challenge. But yeah, I know I'm feeling good. I feel like it might be a scrappy win. It's going to be a really tough challenge, but I think we might be able to pull 3 points away, get him that haircut finally.
Would you consider Bruno to be a genius?
Genius.
In footballing terms.
Let's see what he does with World Cup. No, I don't want that answer. I want like a yes or no answer. Like, bro, I think Bruno's
he's been at your club for a long time now. He's like hit like 200 goals and assists. He's obviously close to.
He's trying to reach that 20 assists per season. I think that Lamps is currently holding.
Yeah, I think it's De Bruyne that has it.
De Bruyne.
I think Lamps was second. I think De Bruyne has it by himself.
Yeah, so we'll see, man. That's why he was a bit upset with Sesko at the end there. I don't know if you guys saw that finished. A bit too naive on the ball, you could say, a bit too nervous. Instead of taking a touch, and having a strike, he went straight for a header. So easy catch for Vicario there, but he could have been 13 assists right there. But
Thierry Henry and De Bruyne have 20.
Thierry Henry.
Ozil got 19. Frank Lampard, Cesc Fabregas, again De Bruyne and Salah all have 18.
Bruno is definitely doing his number, bro. But I feel like I need to see more before I call him a genius. More in terms of silverware, right? Like proper silverware, like Champions League or Premier League. Right now he's got the FA Cups, he's got the Euro, obviously as well. So he's doing well under Portugal. Let's see what he does against. I know he'll do well again in the World Cup, with Portugal. So,
are there any geniuses in the Premier League right now?
Any geniuses in the Premier League right now?
Steve-O, you may have something to say to that. But
I would say no.
I feel like in terms of the Premier League right now,
no.
It might have to be
replaced
Bruno,
Yo, like if you think about it, bro, like City, it took them 3 players to replace Kevin De Bruyne.
I would say Salah's a genius, bro. No question.
I think maybe my bar for genius is lower than your guys, because I would say, bro, like I would say almost all of our teams have a genius on them, bro. Like Bruno is absolutely a genius. Palmer's absolutely.
I would consider Bruno a genius.
Yeah, what's the genius though, right? Like in terms of just ability. In terms of just ability,
who knows how to read the field.
But like, does that come with silverware attached?
No, but football's a team game, and like you can only control what you can control. Yeah. And so if what they control is genius level, then they're a genius, bro. Like Bruno, what he controls is a genius. Like he can't stop. Like he can't do things that are not in his role. And yeah, I don't know, dude. I definitely consider him a genius. I would say there's so many. That's like saying Gerrard isn't a genius because he didn't win the Prem. Even though he carried Liverpool for like years and is in like the top 11 of every Prem. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I get what you're saying. I just think my bar for genius may be a little lower.
I feel like the narrative on Bruno changed super quick, right? Like even under Amorim a couple weeks ago, we were talking iffy about him. Even last season, bro, over the summer, we were talking about selling him to Saudi. I'm not saying he's not a genius,
but he's always been your best player.
He's always been our best player for sure. I'm not even gonna argue with that. For sure, he has.
He's always been your best.
And you were only trying to sell him because of his age, realistically.
Yeah, and the price tag, the price tag, for sure.
The price
tag.
We
heard the 100 million, and we were thinking, oh, a rebuild.
But anybody would say that to, like, most of their players. Like, even if it's your best player, like, if you can get 100 mil for your best player and he's getting older, then like that isn't like that. Like, that's not like something that you don't like think about. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
You do think about that. You have to think about that. I think that you'd be silly to be like, all right, nah, like, just because he's our best player, like, we're gonna keep him, and like he's not he didn't come from your academy or anything like that. Like, what I mean?
Like, no,
like Haaland is a genius striker, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
Haaland's a robot, bro.
I mean,
he's built by a genius.
Number one with everything, right? In terms of assists created, in terms of shots and everything. I don't think shots.
I think Bernardo Silva is a genius. I think
Bernardo Silva. Yeah, that's a good shout.
That guy
his goal against Liverpool too. That was crazy.
Well, I mean, not just that. It's just like his field awareness, because that's what I like. That's what I'm. When I hear genius, I'm like, okay, like no matter where this guy's on the pitch, he knows what to do. Like how much time he probably has on the ball. Like doesn't really have to take a second look. Like that is what I kind of mean. Like just field awareness, overall field awareness,
and the ability to just make something out of nothing. Like the ability to kind of like put your team on your back and like no matter the game, just change it. And, obviously in the high pressure games, change it. I think that Cole Palmer is very close to being considered a genius. I think that if he comes out of this season, like, obviously if he did what he did in his first season at Chelsea, definitely. If he does, what he did in the first half of last season, his injuries, obviously, as he's made public, if you guys did hear him speak after the game, he is dealing with that injury. And he's trying to get over it. But if he can pull that together, then because obviously when he's on the ball, sometimes he just does things that like you're like, how the hell did he do that? You know what I mean?
Well, that interview was hard to hear. What did he say? He's like, he said it's the worst injury of his life. Some mornings he wakes up, he can't walk, and some mornings he wakes up and he can play like a full game, and he has no idea which day is going to be which.
Yeah,
bro, like mentally, that's got to be hard, dude.
That is tough.
Yeah.
And it's his first injury. Obviously, he's a young player, but like he never really had to deal with any injuries, obviously, at City. And then the first 2 years at Chelsea, he was pretty injury free. I mean, last year he kind of got something, but it was more of like a knock, not like, this type of injury in the groin, which is, as Nick, stated, it could be, with him for the rest of his career. So we'll have to see, but.
Bro, before we go into the Chelsea, we got a question from Lemmy, Insta Lemmy, for the panel.
Shout out Insta Lemmy.
This might not be for Potts, obviously, but do we think United could swoop in for Palmer? Panel, what do you guys think?
There's too much left on his contract.
Lemmy also said Bruno is so good that's why we hold him at a very high standard. Because he could really, really be even better in his finishing, and his goal creation is unreal. So yeah, man, I get it. But don't you guys think before we call him or we label him something, right? At least
I don't know if I can
at least
genius yet.
Right, like don't we need accreditation? Like Kevin De Bruyne is a genius.
Yeah, but
you got FA Cup,
his team, bro.
He got FA Cup, League Cup, Europa League.
We're talking about one season. We're talking about one season that he did that. So it's like I don't know. I equate like
no.
Palmer.
Oh no. We're talking about Bruno.
We're talking about Bruno.
Oh, Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno.
Okay, no, Bruno. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely he's one of them.
Cole Palmer, no, he needs more time.
Yeah, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the Euros. Yeah,
in the Europa League, and he's won Nations League. And Euros.
I mean, he's a true leader, right?
Like,
he's definitely a true leader. Bro.
I remember hearing reports when he first got to United, and like you guys were going through like
I guess in my
the
head,
early banter era,
Yeah.
and he was like, this is United. Like, come on, guys. And he was like, kind of. That's when he became like,
dreams cannot be bought. Is that his big quote with the Super League and all that?
Yeah, he's been a true
United.
Dreams can't be bought. Yeah, dreams can't be bought. He like posted that on. No, I agree. He's a leader, but I feel like we're gassing him up too much, bro. He's also a dirty rat player who injures people. So. let's not go over the top. I hate Bruno, but he's one of those players. Like if he's on your team, you love him to death, and if he's on your team, it's like, bro.
And Salemi, one more time, said kind of fishy that Bruno comment on his account says great player. Feel like Bruno's gonna move to Saudi and we're gonna swoop in for Palmer. That would be a dream for him. Yo, I don't know. I hear you out, man. I hear you. Bro.
I feel like
Cole Palmer said he's happy in that same interview or after.
Rafinha said that.
No, he said he's happy. He said he's happy.
We shall
I
see.
I don't know. I feel like if Cole Palmer leaves, he would leave for like. You think he stays in it and like he's like only gonna stay in the Premier League?
Bro, he's not. Could you imagine Cole Palmer trying to speak Spanish or Italian? I'm like, this man unfortunately can never leave the UK, bro. Unfortunately.
I mean, I feel like he could go to Germany League. I think he could just like.
Yeah, he could do the German League or Italian. He could do Scott McTominay.
Cole Palmer and
Imagine
chips. Bro,
Cole Palmer at Bayern with Harry Kane.
Chippy chips, bro.
Yeah, chippy chips.
Did you hear when he said everybody loves to chat rubbish, and then he said like under Rafinha is amazing. So
there we go.
I don't think he's leaving. And his contract, like Chelsea would not.
I hope he stays, bro.
Yeah,
unless
it's like
he's definitely a Chelsea guy,
2033. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. The boys got
run up that 175 mil.
You know how teams usually have extensions.
Is that really what the number is on Cole Palmer? That's crazy, man.
Run it up. Run 50 mil. You guys got it.
What do you think about that performance though? Against Wolves, easy pickings, right?
Yeah, I mean it's Wolves. I mean we had to get that W.
Yeah.
As I think Mark said it too on one of the last few podcasts, like these next 3 games we have to win. And to be fair to Rafinha, going into the season, I was more scared about these few games that we've been playing against, like the Burnleys and the Wolves and stuff like that. We got Leeds tomorrow, who we lost 2-3-1. I kind of feel like we actually got a number on these teams, but obviously after playing Arsenal twice, I'm a little bit worried to see how he's gonna fare against the top teams. So we have Leeds, we got Burnley, and then our tough fixture starts. So we'll have to see. But no, I mean, shout out Cole Palmer, 2 penalties, 1 each side. Shout out João Pedro, 2, brought down twice for 2 penalties. So, we're doing what it takes to get the points, but I don't want to,
I got a bet proposition for you.
I don't want to gas it up. We played Wolves, you know what I mean?
I got a bet. I got a bet to make with you. Who do you think's gonna lose first? Who do you think's gonna lose the streak first? El Carique?
You call it a streak or a freak? I heard freak.
It is a little freaky, bro. 4 in a row for United, possibly 5. So
however you're celebrating these wins, bro, you don't need a.
Nah, none of that freak off bullshit. Fuck out of here.
Is that baby oil in the background there?
Boy got that.
You got that red light.
Chill. Relax. Yeah. It's either Rafinha or it's Carrick. They got 4 in a row each, possibly 5. Both challenges, relegation type challenges for each team. So
I think Carrick's.
You guys had a lot harder teams to play against.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I know. I'm just saying the next team we play. We're playing West Ham. You guys are playing Leeds. I feel like they're both kind of fighting to stay out of the relegation zone. So
yeah,
that's what I mean.
You guys had a lot harder challenges, but you guys also had a lot more time to prepare for the challenges.
Yeah.
Playing with the midweek and like different places, like going to Napoli and then having a game right after that. So there's a little bit more time for Carrick to kind of like implement his stuff instead of like game, rest day, train, game, rest day, train type of thing. So So I think that does have a lot to play with it. I think that that you guys, like I said, I don't think you guys. I'm not saying that you guys are going to lose next game against West Ham, but I think that's going to be a big challenge for you guys. That kind of fighting team instead of like a big team that's kind of like, you guys are a big team, so it's like big team.
Jared Bowen, I'm telling you, he's gonna do. He always scores against United. Jared Bowen always scores against United, bro. Somehow.
So I think if we're just going based off these next 2 games in front of us, I think that we have a better chance of coming out on top. But I think there's a broader question to see who comes out on top at the end of the season. It's harder to say that now. If we're going to say, of course, I'm going to say Chelsea, but let's give it another like 5-6 games and then get an honest answer.
What's the West Ham firm? Inner City firm? Basically, hooligans are supposed to be like the toughest hooligans in all of England. Yeah, bro. They need. If West Ham brings those boys out to the stadium, they're just screaming. I think that'll be a good test, dude. Like that's a hostile environment, man. That is.
The stadium is interesting too. It feels like you're playing at like Roman Empire. Like
it was their stadium move was, in my opinion, the worst stadium move a club can do. Because you remember their last year when they had that old. I can't remember the old stadium, but it was like super tight and packed. And this new stadium they got it from the government, right? I don't want to misquote this, but they got it on like a huge tax break. So there was all this controversy. But the new stadium wasn't built for football, bro. It was built for the Olympics. The London.
That's what it looks like. It looks like there's all this space.
And now, that's what I'm saying. So they went from this like tight stadium to now the fans are so far from the pitch. I was like, the stadium looks nice, but man, I think they lost some of that edge factor doing that.
For sure.
Speaking of edge.
Because it has the track and everything that's around it. Just
Well, let's segue over to Liverpool. How you feeling over there, Steve-O?
Wait, before you give your breakdown, what do you think? Since Mark brought up referees, I wanted to bring it up to kind of get your idea of, especially about that last play.
Yeah,
actually, stupid referee decision. Should he have just went with the on-field decision? Like, is VAR just doing too much now, or like what?
Should they have not? That's a good question, actually. Should VAR just stay out of?
Yeah, like at that point, like the game is over. It's like the last minute. Like now you're giving Szoboszlai, a very good player, like the most informed player for Liverpool, arguably this whole season, now a red card because of something it was inevitable. You know what I mean? It's just a game.
Yeah.
Like just like the goal still went in. It wasn't like he stopped the goal from going in. You know what I mean?
It's a weird one because I think for them to give the red card, they have to say that Haaland is the player on goal. And so by Szoboszlai stopping Haaland, he stopped the goal scoring chance.
But the goal
argue that's what I'm saying. You could also argue the goal scoring moment or chance had already occurred, even if Haaland doesn't interact. So that's where I was like, okay, I don't know the rule book well enough to like dispute. Like maybe there's some rule that's like the player closest to the ball when there's. Again, I don't want to speak to that. So when that happened, I chalked it off as like this is just this insane stupid rule. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one situation where like I kind of how much I hate the refs, but I kind of understand like okay, they're in a weird position there. I understand why Haaland did what he did. I understand why Szoboszlai thought he had to do what he did, and I understand why Turkey did what he did. So it's one of those situations where it's like I feel like every player. You can kind of justify what they did, but then the worst thought process behind it has to be Szoboszlai. Like I love the man. I told you, I'm going to Hungary this summer. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna build a shrine for this man, bro. He is incredible. But that was not smart, man. And I think I get a 2-1 down. You want to do anything to hold the game in flow. So yeah, to answer your question. The refs have been the refs the same way they've been all season. I have all my issues with them, but I think for that specific play, I don't know. It was just a weird sequence of events.
Wasn't that the last kick of the game too, or was it?
Yeah.
Like my thing on it is this: like, there's always shirt pulling. There's always like things to disrupt the goal from going in. I mean, Marcus just sent her off the video of the butcher, getting in front of Solanke. That wasn't called. All right. you're gonna call this right in the way that you would call somebody like if Szoboszlai got to the ball and cleared it, then all right, bet red card out like that. Like what actually happened was the right, turn of events, right? But he didn't call it like that because it's in the game. Like what happened was he got pulled, Haaland pulled him, and the ball still went in the goal
untouched.
Yeah, like it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like
I agree on that. I think I'm more upset with like just consistency, dude. So like even the penalty that City got, I actually do think it was a penalty, but my thought is more not like, oh, this is a penalty. It's like you think of all the situations where it's happened against you, and it's like, okay, Virgil van Dijk, Pickford, it was almost the exact same thing, way worse. And the PFA, they doubled down, bro. After the game, they were like, no, because he had intent to go for the ball and he missed. And it's like, what, dude? So I don't know. It's one of those situations where like, I don't know. I wasn't, like I said, I can only be mad at so many things. And so right now it's referee Arne Slot. And I actually am disappointed with because I feel like sometimes post-game interviews give you a glimpse of like what they're talking about in the dressing room. And the fact that Gravenberch, and actually, I don't know if you guys know, Pep Guardiola calls Gravenberch Gravenerd, which sounds like a Pokemon, and I'm like starting to use that Gravenerd. But like Gravenerd, Arne Slot, Virgil van Dijk, they're starting to say like after the game, like, oh, the refs are unbiased. And I know everyone jokes like Klopp always had excuses, but you didn't hear this as much under Klopp, I felt like. And it felt like that Klopp, when this kind of stuff would happen, he would turn it into like a us against them mentality, like siege mentality. Like the whole Prem's against us, we're going to show them. Whereas the Slot way of doing it, I don't know if I'm reading it wrong. It just sounds so whiny. And I'm just like, bro, I don't want to hear that from the players. Like, I want to hear that from the fans. I don't want the players to be talking about it like that. And so maybe that's a personal thing. That's just like, my own thoughts. But I don't like seeing that. And then game-wise, I actually thought it was a pretty fun game, honestly. Really, I thought it was pretty back and forth.
It was an exciting game, man. Yeah.
Second half.
City dominated the first half. I thought Liverpool played better the second half until we scored and we were up or whatever, until we scored, and then we just sat back again. But yeah, dude, at this point it's like,
so actually I have a question
fight for Champions League,
If you guys were managers, what do you tell your team if you guys go up 1-0 to your rival team like that? Are you guys pressing to go get 2 immediately, or are you just kind of?
I think it depends on the team. It depends on your team's tactics, right? Like, what are you most comfortable playing? If it was like Klopp's Liverpool, obviously you go for the second. If it's Mourinho's Chelsea, you sit back and you say like, try me, bro, because you know what I mean. That's like what they're comfortable with, and I feel like Slot's comfort of sitting back is not what the team is comfortable with, and you can see they're not comfortable, bro. So yeah, I feel like you default to the natural comfort of your team and the way you set it up, even if it.
Even I feel the same way as Steve-O, but more like, but I would go 60-40 as you continue to attack, like as in like. Okay, Mourinho's team wouldn't attack, but back then, I mean, I can't remember. There's a crazy stat where like John Terry has, with 3 different partners, has like is on like the most clean sheet list. So it's like John Terry and Carvalho, John Terry and Gallas, John Terry and Cahill are all on like the Premier League's like top clean sheet record for center back appearance like 3 times. So. They have Vidic and Rio up there, but Rio's not up there another 2 times. You know what I mean? But Terry is. So when you have a player like that, when you have, players that are just stalwarts in defense, and I get it. But if they're not like that, then you need to keep pressing forward because there's only so many people that can take, an onslaught of attack again and again and again. You know what I mean? Like. And you get lazy, you get, played around. And lazy not in the sense like you're not working, but if you don't have the ball because you're not trying to attack and like you're just kind of sitting back, like you can get lost in the sauce. Like, they're just passing it around you and then boom, your team.
You can feel it even when you watch it on TV. It's like sometimes when your team is defending, it's nervy in a way of like, I feel a goal coming. And sometimes you feel like your chest is up, like, oh, they're not doing anything. Like, you know what I mean? You can see the other team losing hope. And so I think it goes back to what Pot said, like, if you have those players, then you got to play to their strengths. And yeah, I think that's one of the biggest issues with Liverpool right now is whenever we go down, we play amazing. And it's like, if Slot's tactical setup is not structured to our players' strengths, then like what are we doing here? Like,
But well, one, you gotta give a shout out to that goal. That goal was fire, bro.
Bro. Yeah, that was one of the best free kicks I've ever seen. Yeah,
bro, that was
he catches him. The way he catches it with the.
Bro. Yeah, I was cracking up. I had my mom on FaceTime. I was like, yo, you gotta watch that. You gotta. I don't know what you're saying right now because I just watched it. Go, Mom, you just gotta watch this. Turn that around.
Bro, they only put 2 men in the wall though. I was surprised. Like
it was like 35 yards out. You gotta be a madman to shoot from there.
Still, bro, they seem to do it against Arsenal damn near. I'm pretty sure the Arsenal's was
I don't know. That was like a Ronaldo free kick from back in the day. I'm like, yo, this is that whoa.
It's one of those things. So last year, Trent took all our free kicks pretty much. But there was this thing in the training grounds where the players would always joke, like, it should be Dom. Like, and I was, I was like, you see him score crazy free kicks for Hungary, but I think this year shows like why. I say that, but Trent's an insane free kick taker too. So
different free kicks. They're different free kicks.
Yeah, he has those like top corner curlers where Szoboszlai just slaps it in the back of the net. I love it.
That's what I'm saying. That reminds me of I don't remember what team Ronaldo was putting against, but when he was in the blue jersey, he shot it from like half field. I'm like, yo.
I think that was the Club World Cup game.
Something. I don't know, but I just remember 2008
Club World Cup game.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That man was a demon.
But yo, you're talking about the way that Steve-O, the way that Gravenberch and Van Dijk were talking, after the game. It came out like a couple of days ago, right before the game, I think, where BVD was saying that ex-pros have a responsibility on how they talk about players, especially the young ones. How do you guys feel about that?
But I agree with that. I think we touched on it last week where I think like the experts are some of the most toxic people, and the worst experts, the most toxic ones are actually the ex-players, bro. Like these United, Liverpool, Arsenal. Actually, I would say Thierry Henry is like an exception to this. He's super supportive. But like for the most part, you see a lot of these like ex-legends. Bro, it's like Shaq talking about centers, not talking about basketball here, bro. But it's like they just put everyone in who's like has a similar position to them down, and I feel like they do it to boost their own ego. When if you really look at it, it's like the lifestyle you live, bro, you cannot hack it in the modern game. And maybe if you were born in the modern game, you would have adopted this regimented, rigid lifestyle. But like, bro, especially young players, I think the one thing Virgil said too was like, social media, it really hurts these young players. But I feel like that's a little on the club to be like, listen, if you're going to join this massive club, like we need to get you a PR team and not like, I don't know, not somehow protect you all from this. I say this, but then I also, we love it when like players have their own Instagrams and they post like real stuff and you're like, oh, I get to see them. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I see where he's coming from though. What do you guys think though?
Yeah, I mean, so Brennan Johnson, like when he was on Tottenham last year, like in the beginning of the year, he was getting a lot of like stick from the fans and the comments and all that stuff. Deleted his Instagram after the first 2 or 3 games and then started scoring goals. Like went on like this like crazy 9 or like 10 game scoring streak or something like that. So I think social media definitely it's an issue, right? Like I feel like that's what led to players' demise, like what's his name from United, Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard was like, always like trying to like show off his fits and everything like that. Like they were losing games and he was like posting fit checks and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, I mean,
what do you think about the ex-players though, like Carragher or Neville or any one of these guys that are like kind of out there. I low key feel like it's not even all the time like what they feel. I feel like they're just trying to maybe it's an ego thing, or maybe it's also like a an ego thing, not in like, oh, they're worse players than me, but more of an ego thing. Like, I need to, now be the best commentator or pundit or whatever they feel that they are. And they're going to do whatever it takes, as they kind of would do whatever it takes to win a game. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like they're too much in the sauce of like, of making the headlines, of doing like whatever it takes to like, have that one say opinion. Yeah, that is now what everybody else.
I mean, I can see it. There's an ex-Tottenham player, I forget his name, but is pretty known for having some pretty bad takes. So
like a good take or bad take, like Jamie Carragher is what people are speaking about. You know what I mean? And it's like that's what he wants more than like being right. And
yeah, but he's also known for being like really biased for Liverpool, like so
super. Nah, bro, that was a couple years ago. The last 3 years, he's the most critical. Like, he's not allowed in the Liverpool dressing room.
Slot, yeah, but I don't think him and Slot really rock with each other.
Well, it's because he was hearing all this criticism, and so he just completely have swung the other direction, bro. And if you hear the commentators, he's like, it's almost like he's digging up stuff to prove that he's unbiased. And I'm like, all right, bro. And like, he'll make jokes about like, oh yeah, Liverpool, the Scouse accent, and he's Scouse and all that. So he's like, oh, I'm still Scouse in Liverpool, and I'm not denying that. Obviously, he's more Scouts than 99.999% of all fans, Liverpool fans especially. But like, I don't know. I get that.
I think Jamie Carragher is also like maybe a radical example, because he's just known for going at it. Like, he's just known for being like the media guy, right? Like,
very critical, yeah.
But
He's going at Rio Ferdinand, like he beefs with.
Rio has the worst takes in football.
If you watch like the after show like of the Champions League, he'll be beefing with the girl, the referee girl. No, like the girl who comes on.
Oh yeah. The referee during CBS.
Yes,
the CBS.
Yeah. Like, he beefs with everybody. Like, everybody knows like that's just who his media personality is. So I guess to answer your question, yeah, I guess like they once they do become a pundit or whatever, or hand in their cleats for the microphone, they kind of live into that.
You definitely become a bit more critical, right? As an analyst, like you're always trying to.
That's
and
fair.
They have the data too. They have like all the data if you think about it. Like, especially if you work at Sky, bro. Like, these guys have all the data you can think of. Like, so
it's fair to be critical. Don't get me wrong. Like, these guys are professionals. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be at the top of their game, and if they're not playing well, like, you have a right to have your opinion and voice it. I just feel I kind of have to agree with Virgil that some of these players they go hard. Like, I don't know if you guys ever watch TalkSport. Like, I feel like Gabby Abongahor goes hard on players.
Yeah,
bro. He morons. I hate TalkSport.
Simon Jordan too, man.
Well, he's not an ex-player. I'm just talking about.
But like, yeah, that's true.
Simon Jordan goes hard. I feel like low-key Thierry doesn't go as hard, and I thought, like, I didn't think of this question, but I heard obviously Van Dijk speak about it, but I was like, I feel like Thierry doesn't go that hard because even after he stopped playing, he was still coaching. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was still in love with the game.
Arsenal, he was still coaching Belgium, like you know what I mean? Like, he's
still trying to understand the modern game.
Yeah, and tapped in like that, while these other guys are like Gary Neville tried to coach and didn't do well, and now he's like, fuck, like, I'm a better commentator than I was a coach, so now I'm going to go hard at just being
talking.
And also, like, it's how Thierry speaks. So, like, I'll give you an example, right? Like, if Gary Neville always speaks about the players as like, oh, they lack intensity, lazy, they're not hardworking, and I feel like that attacks their character.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They're not just attacking the football; they're attacking the character. Whereas Henry, the only time I've seen him do that, it's kind of in a positive light. So Henry is really critical on wingers who have grass and don't take the risk. But he usually says it in a way of like, as a winger, you have to, if you see grass in front of you, bro, you close that space. Mm-hmm. And so he talks about it in a way of like, the coaches should be instructing this young winger. He doesn't say this young winger is a scared, whatever. He doesn't attack the character. He's usually saying like the coach should be telling this player, you need to take the risk. And he talks about when he was a winger, bro, you see grass, you move. Like even if there's one person, you
I think that comes yourself to like because he has tried to coach and he has coached or whatever recently, he like kind of knows like, oh, like, these guys can't do everything I was able to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, they're not me. Like he kind of knows.
No, that's what I'm trying to point out. Like, he's like seen like, what social media can do to like let's just say Lukaku, you know what I mean? Like that guy's gotten a lot of hate because the transfers that he's had or the goals that he's missed and so on. And then next thing you know, Thierry Henry needs him to be his best so that he could be in a World Cup winning side. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know.
I will say, obviously, I agree with everything, but the Lukaku and Tim's memes when he was at United were hilarious.
that game was saying like the goals he would miss.
It was just his first touch was like, it's all confidence, man. Like I feel like, especially first touch, when you don't think about it, especially when you're moving fast and the ball's coming and you make those touches, you think about them later, like, damn, did I just do that? But when you have all this time, bro, I always overthink it, bro. It's almost better when it's like a quick pass that I'm just moving. But if I'm open and it's like a cross-field switch, I'm overthinking that thing, and I'm like, land softly, move with the ball, and then it never works.
Yeah, I got two questions. One for Steve-O. Jeremy Jaquette, or however you say it. I don't know if you've heard, but
yeah, I have heard. I know, bro. There's a curse. I can't even say curse. Everyone's getting, Spurs gotten injured. I would say, I hope it's not too serious. I know he's out for an extended period of time.
Months. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just wanted to see if you have it. But another one, we have Insalemi, your most underrated PL player this season.
Good question. Most underrated
PL player this season. Underrated. So we're thinking clubs like
Sunderland.
Or like
Sunderland. We're thinking clubs like Bournemouth.
No, I feel like it doesn't have to be a small club because like
it could be Aston Villa,
right? Yeah. It could be Villa. Villa.
Yeah.
For sure. But
like, honestly, what's his name? The midfielder on Aston Villa.
McGinn.
No, the tall.
Onana.
Oh yeah. But he's been hurt a little bit.
I feel like every time I've seen him play, he's been really well.
No, he's good.
Yeah, he's a good player. Morgan Rogers too.
Somerville's coming up now too. You know.
Yeah, Somerville.
Shout out Somerville.
Somerville, yo, that's what I'm saying. West Ham, we got to watch out, man. We can't keep our, confidence.
This might be a crazy shout, and I'm blending it with the end of last season. I would also put up Moreno in Arsenal as a candidate.
Moreno.
He's done a ton. Bro,
he was doing well in Spain,
second striker and all this stuff, but he's actually a baller, and I think he's surrounded by so much big names that people kind of discount what he does. But Moreno is actually, I would say, he's definitely underrated compared to like how people
Bruno
talk about
Guimaraes.
Bruno Guimaraes, yeah, bro, he's good. But the thing is, people know he's good. I think underrated is like
true. Underrated is. I'm just thinking about like performances that are not being highlighted.
I feel like Jared Bowen because of the team that he plays on.
Yeah, Jared Bowen too.
But like, this he's a baller.
Yeah, Jared Bowen, he's known. What's that other guy's name on Newcastle?
Oh, Ndai? Oh no, sorry.
No, the midfielder.
Joe Gomez? Joe.
Joelinton?
Tonali?
No, the guy with the Will
Willock?
Hughes.
Will Hughes is on Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, that's what I meant.
Yeah, Will Hughes, bro.
Will Hughes, low key.
Bro, he used to ball out on Watford before he got to
Damn, Watford. I haven't heard that name in a while, man.
Bro, proper club, man. Ben Foster too.
Shall we move on to
who is that big guy on Watford? Troy Deeney.
Troy Deeney.
Yo, that guy was a problem. Yo, this guy used to drink a ton of.
That was a proper like old school like early prem.
Yeah, he used to say like, yo, he would just like drink like a ton of whiskey like the night before and just show up and just.
He's a pub player for sure, bro.
Yeah.
That's a
Speaking of, do you see Nainggolan? He's the guy with I think he's from Belgium with like the mohawk, and he played for AS Roma. And his whole thing was like he was like smoking cigs before halftime, and then after, bro, he came out and he was like, if I was playing today, I would have gone for 100 mil. And it's like, bro, your career dropped off at like 29 because you couldn't make it in today's game, bro. You're smoking cigs at halfime, like. That's insane, bro. That
also got in trouble for some other stuff, you know. I gotta look this up.
Oh yeah, he's kind of a thug, to be honest.
Bro, that old league, they play by different rules.
So I feel like this is a good transition into.
Iwobi. Iwobi's a good shout out too. I think he doesn't get a lot of hype, but he's been balling at Fulham this year. But because he played for big clubs, people are kind of looking at him as a failure. But like. If you just look at this year in its snapshot, I think he's been balling out.
Word. What were you gonna say, Brett?
No, I was just gonna transition into informed player of the week.
Yeah.
Now we've thought of the underrated. Like, you know, obviously there's some informed players this week. You know, Cole Palmer. I feel like, you know, first half hat trick. What is this? The third time, fourth time?
Yeah.
You know, are we gonna talk about Saka? I know we don't have Arsenal representation on here.
I've been trying to tell you, man.
But like, is this guy just like a, you know, like what are we saying? Like, I feel like he's a little bit overhyped. You know, overrated.
He's the most player in the league.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we talk about overrated players, I'd probably say.
You men were trying to say he was better than Kudus. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still on the fence with that one, to be honest. I'll be real.
You got.
I think he's still bad.
You guys gotta stop disrespecting my players. You guys gonna stop disrespecting.
Yo, you got us there.
Once they show me that they don't belong in 15th or 17th place, then yeah.
I mean, he's been injured.
But I will say though,
months.
Bro, we have so much respect for Mickey.
I said that.
I think we've all said he's world class defender.
For who?
Mickey? Van? Yeah, I don't know. I legitimately think Mickey's top. So like, I'm not just like I don't have like an anti-Spurs agenda. I just.
No, Mickey's a top defender. I think
Kudus, if he was playing the way that he played in the beginning half of this season and didn't get hurt and continue that, then okay. Yes. But like, he's like, you know, he had 2 good seasons at West Ham.
I expected more from him,
but nothing.
At Tottenham this season.
He's got to do more than what Saka has done, and he hasn't. So.
I agree. I think, yeah. I mean,
he could be. He
could
be
in that position. I kind of that's where like you kind of want. Most of your rotation is in your wingers and like your midfield players, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but Cole Palmer first half hat trick gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a stat that this was the first time in almost a year that Cole Palmer scored in open field play. Is that true?
No. He in the Premier League. Let me think about that. I feel like he had in the early game.
He didn't play too many games this season too, so I could see that.
I can't confirm or deny that, but I'm pretty sure that he doesn't have a lot. I could tell you that for a while. Like, that was his big thing last year, and then he finally scored a PK, and then they're like, yeah, he finally broke it. But then I'm pretty sure that he did score another goal after that, but I don't wanna say the wrong thing.
Okay. Well, do we have any? We're doing predictions now. Let's see what the table's looking like.
Oh wait, before we do predictions, I looked it up. Nainggolan is facing 5 years for alleged money laundering in a drug case.
Bro, this dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah. So he's not playing in this year's. You know.
Dude, He was a baller though. He always had those, was it Travella shots or kicks or passes or whatever.
He kind of was like a newer age Gattuso in a sense. He was just but like
hard as hell, but also like was pretty technical when he needed to be. One of those players I always wanted to Liverpool.
I didn't arrange the table yet, but I will after the episode or the stream. But let's get to the since our games are tomorrow. Chelsea Leeds first up. Got a game tomorrow at what time? It's early. 2:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Chelsea Leeds.
I'll say 2-0 Chelsea.
Oh man, 2-0. 2-1 or 3-1.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2-1 Chelsea.
I did it with 3-1. Wait, how did we do last week? Sorry,
I didn't add up the tally yet.
No
I didn't
worries.
add up the tally yet, but
I was on a different screen, so I didn't see. Sorry.
yeah, no worries.
Also, I think you're missing. I put 1-3 Liverpool last week, right?
Oh, you did? You did? That's what it
1-2.
is.
No, I did.
Is that what you did?
No, of course not, bro. I picked up Liverpool.
I forgot what you put. Actually,
Wait, scroll up. Let me see.
I'll look back and can confirm, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I got to look back as well, but yeah.
Oh, we got a question.
But let's see.
On YouTube. From Adian, right? Big out Adian, Righty and Henry are the exception. Meeks, to some extent too. So yeah, I agree.
Here we go. Righty and Henry are exceptions.
Yo, did you see? There was some big controversy with this woman player saying that Righty shouldn't be commentating on women's games.
Bro, I saw that shit.
Yeah,
Righty has supported the English women's team more than like any other pundit out there, and I'm like, bro, why would you? This man is trying to shine a light on your game. Maybe sometimes the light doesn't shine the way you want, but bro, at that stage, like you just need exposure. Like it sounded so bitter. I was upset when I saw that.
Yeah, and she was saying that like, you know, out of 6 pundits across the 2 big stages, like 2 were men. Like, what do you mean? Like, if you were to be like, oh, 5 were men, then I would like see it as being like being something that's, you know, off. But yeah, like you guys are saying, yeah, he's been bigging up the women's game, like, you know, doing a lot. And yeah, in my opinion, the way he talks about players too is, you know, about the players, not like about, you know, how he's gonna come off. So and Meeks is just a jokester, so shout out Big Meeks.
I love what's a podcast Righty's on with Keen, Neville, yeah, no, is that the overlap where they eat breakfast together? Yeah, bro, Keen and Righty is like friendship is actually amazing because they're just like opposites, but they're
boys.
Like,
though.
Yeah, they're boys, and you can tell like Righty kind of makes Keen way calmer, and I'm like, yo, actually, I like seeing that too. It's like it's pretty cool. Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, more to that, like Keen, like if you hear like how when he was like just smash into him, like, you know, he's like. He's talking about an old game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like this game is not like that anymore. So like, I saw when they're critical about like certain things, it's like they're talking about a different game. They're not talking about
you know? And if they're not trying to stay tapped in like how we agreed Henry was, and even how Righty is, because he's trying to, you know, big up not just the women's game but just football in general. We've seen him, you know, at the Premier League. What do they call it, Roth, in Philadelphia? That one thing that we went to.
Oh, the Fan Fest.
The Fan Fest.
Yeah, we saw Righty.
Yeah, you know, they're trying to, you know, stay.
He's still tapped in, and like, and Meeks is a fan, like really.
Yeah. And he's
a big fan of the game. So
I can't remember. It wasn't Keane. I'm not gonna be able to remember before the pod, but there's a clip of like during Keane's era. It's a United legend, and bro, just to see how different it was, someone tackled him. And he goes over to the ref and he says, "Get the red card ready." Runs over and takes his dude's knee out, like jumping kick in the knee. I was like, and the ref had literally red card ready. But it's like, it's wild to go to the ref and be like, "Get the red card ready," and just. I was like, "This is a different time, man. That's a different time." But that's the time Keane was, you know, playing. So
Yeah, he ended Alfie Haaland's career, bro. Basically,
Yeah.
with a tackle like that.
Yeah, he tackled him first, though. You know, so
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I'm sticking up your key.
Crazy.
come on, Key now. Yeah, but here, boys, I put up made it easier for you lot to see. I still need to predict the score, but possibly 4 points for Steve-O from last week.
Damn.
Potts as well. You got 4 points.
Marcus
as well, 4 points, and I got 2 points. Yeah.
Wait, it was 2-1 City. Stop playing. It wasn't 3-1.
Chill.
It was 2-1. They took away that goal.
That's some bullshit.
That's crazy. See, he didn't even correct me. He saw that. 2 points for Marcus.
Where I'm at?
Look at that. Taking points away, Chelsea.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Not me, though. If I'm
Meanwhile, he has like 6 points from Ignacio, bro. We're just letting it rock. Like this is.
Yeah, no. There needs to be a ruling made to see if we're gonna let those.
There's gonna be. You have to send it to FA, bro.
Brother, you see this 369 points, brother. That you've never done that.
Yeah, that's criminal, bro.
Yeah, you guys asked him, bro.
9 charges coming at you.
Nine charges right here, bro. Ever since then, you got
point
one
deduction, point deduction.
Two. This is your third, brother. This is your third ever since you just equalized Ignacio.
Bro. He's floating off Ignacio's early.
Yo, bring back Ignacio here. We need an Arsenal like banter. You know, we need somebody to stick up for Arsenal, bro. Because them boys. Nah, he said nah.
Aiden's is an Arsenal fan. We gotta get a shout out.
Bro, come on, come through, Aiden.
Who? Oh, yeah. I like Arsenal.
Our viewer, bro. One of our viewers. But what did you boys say for the Chelsea Leeds game?
I said 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna have to go 2-1, even though I don't think it's gonna. Nah, I'm gonna go 3-1. Lock it in 3-1.
We're throwing a DraftKings bet to
still put 2-1.
Match this. Bet responsibly.
Tottenham, Newcastle.
Stinks of a 2-1 loss.
Nah, that's a 1-1.
That's
okay.
It's
we're playing away. We're playing at home. That actually doesn't even matter.
It's at home.
Doesn't even matter.
Newcastle are in a bad run of form, though, bro.
Exactly. So after Tottenham, we'll see them now.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Instalemi says 4-2 Chelsea.
Yeah.
Come
on.
United and Chelsea fans stick together.
Yeah. Shout out to Salemi.
Nah, bro, there's age-old beef there.
Yeah, that's why.
The cycle's coming back.
Champions League in Moscow, when United finally won and Ronaldo's crying and Terry slipped. Bro, United and Chelsea fans hated each other for a minute after that.
Oh, no, for sure. Well, we had to go through some dark times since those good old days when, we were all winning Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues.
Yeah.
I'll do 0-1 Newcastle.
0-1 Newcastle. Sorry. I'm going to give it a 2-1 win Tottenham.
I said 1-2.
Yeah, why you never support Tottenham to win?
Yeah, bro.
I did last week. Look what happened.
You tied. Yeah, you did.
You don't have any center, bro. With Dragusin, I don't know. I'm not going to lie. Danzo's still out.
Oh, yeah, that's right, bro. Dragusin's playing. I'm very happy.
West Ham and United. West Ham has to stay up.
2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, I'd say 1-1, actually.
I would love for it to be a
Damn,
tie.
he's not going to get his haircut?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, bro. He's going to reset that 5-win counter.
That would be – bro, you
I
might
saw he posted something.
break him.
He's live
You
streaming
might
the game.
break him.
He's live streaming the game.
Yeah.
He's got to.
Yeah, word.
Clippers ready. Nah, I'm saying we're winning. I'm saying 3-1 again.
I'll say
3-0 Man United
0-1.
by Instalemi. 0-1.
No, we'll do 1-2. 2-1. Wait, 1-2 United. Yeah, that's right.
You could put Insoleni in that right-hand column, bro. You can give it a couple.
He did say 4-2-2-2. All right. 4-2-2-2 and then 3-0. Man United. Okay. Come on. Come on. He's in the table now. Let's go. All right, Sunderland, Liverpool.
Hey, we should actually have a column of just like.
Yeah, we should have like a fan column or like a viewer column.
Yeah,
you know, let's see if you guys can.
You have a guest column.
And
a fan
beat
column.
the table, bro. You'll beat the table.
Take those 9 points away.
Yeah, nah, you can't be retroactive.
Dog, what?
Yes, right.
Yeah, you guys are. Yo, stop. You guys
are crazy. If we're winning something, this is crazy. We're letting it rock. I'm just saying. Everyone else should be. We should all unionize against that.
You guys, you guys said that was the idea.
Barat said it because
brother, this is a evolving thing, bro. We just started the Prem 1991 or whatever. Okay, so it's gonna evolve. All right. So Sunderland versus Liverpool first, though. Sunderland off of a back of a defeat against Arsenal, so they're looking a little.
But they've been playing well at home, and
yeah, I'm saying 2-2.
We have no right back, bro.
I got 2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah, Sunderland, no Sobos, bad news since Insolemi. I'm just gonna say Lemmy for now.
Szoboszlai, no Jeremy Frimpong.
Yeah, it's looking peak.
But
2-2
started the season.
Mark says 2-2.
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool.
Sorry, 1-2. 21-2.
I'll say 2-1 Liverpool too.
Dog, does speaking of Liverpool, does Ekitike not like rate works or something? I feel like there's multiple times where he could have passed him the ball and just didn't, like on a break.
I feel like they got a decent.
Yeah, they have they've been having a connection. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just saying. I feel like I saw like 2 times like he
they might be getting frustrated with each other, but you know,
I feel like he's a striker, so he's gonna like be more selfish.
No, but
I think there's synergies that aren't good on the team. I would argue that the word Ekitike synergy is the best one we have right now. And they talk about it all the time too. So when Ekitike first signed, he even said like, we think about football the same way. But I thought he was just saying that because Isaac was about to come and he's like trying to, trying to be like, me and this guy have a great connection. Don't drop me to the bench. But then, obviously, but then he started balling out. So I was like, oh shit, maybe they do have a connection. Bro, oh, you put 1-1? I thought you put 1-2 for me. 1-1 for me.
Now 1-2 for you. Yeah. Brentford versus Arsenal. Are these boys gonna stay on the top of the league, man? City 6 points away. United 9 points away. You know. Not so. Polymarket.
No, it's actually wild.
It went from 2% to 3% on Polymarket. So I'm gonna keep updating you guys on it.
I feel like I don't know why. I feel like they could tie.
Yeah.
This could be like a 1-1.
Brentford has been doing well too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've turned it around a bit. But I still got to go 2-1 Arsenal, unfortunately, for this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 1-0 Arsenal. And Gyökeres actually has been playing. He plays so much better with Havertz.
Brentford. We got 2-1 Brentford from Lemmy.
Let's go, Lemmy.
Yo, you know what?
Fuck it.
Hate
watch is on, bro. Anyone that's motivating me a little bit.
Just because I predict this doesn't mean that I'm not cheering for Brentford, bro. Trust me. I want nothing more than.
No, you're trying to work on the relegation zone. I get it.
Yeah, but I need to start picking up points. So I gotta go with my head, not my heart.
No, you're right. You're right. We need to find out. You might have accumulated 4 points here. So that's good news.
We all.
Right now it's 32, 33, 25, and then 3 on the guess. We're gonna.
If you take
might do
9 off
something
of
different
pots,
for
you know.
yeah, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, we might have to take 9 off of pots and put it into
That's not
gas.
even right.
Bro.
that entire match week was all Ignacio. Bang,
Look at
bang.
this.
Yo, but
He's right.
look,
Look at him. Look at him, bro. This is some. But yeah. Yo, did you say what your prediction was for
said
Brentford?
1-1.
1-1. All right. My fault. All right, so you got 2 points here. Potts has 4 points. 2, possibly 4. We'll put 3 there, and then 0.
What do you mean possibly 4? He said that they were going to win and they lost.
I don't know what his prediction was, but all right, if we're saying it's the red.
Sure, I said well, first double check. Hey, don't preemptively put a red there. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is the type of modding we're dealing with, bro. I'm 99% sure, but bro, if there's 1% chance I can get a point, we'll take it.
Okay, all right, say less. All right,
Release
boys,
the files, bro.
Lock it in. All right, like whoa, I'm not hiding nothing, bro. I am not hiding nothing. But yeah, man. Yeah, locked it in. Predictions are in.
All right, sounds like we did it, boys.
We got 12 more to go. 12 more episodes. 12 more weeks.
Do we have 2 games before our next? Real quick, because they're playing tomorrow. They're not playing this weekend, are they?
They are.
Yeah, they are playing this weekend.
We'll figure it out off camera.
Yeah.
Let me close out.
Each other.
All right, boys, sign it out. Thank you, Lemmy. Appreciate it again.
Shout out to the guest for.
He said thanks for getting him involved. You know, thank you, bro. Thank you for supporting us, bro. Each and every week. Yo, out here.
Shout out Insta Lemmy. Shout out Adian.
Shout out to the boys.
Come on.
Oh, Marcus, you sent that $50 cash app.
We're putting it to the promo. I think we're putting.
No. I said let's keep it in the informed bucket.
He did say that.
Let's keep it in
and he didn't make me read anything. So
yeah.
Because of the refs, bro. Because the refs decided to interfere.
You're right. You're all right. Let's keep it up. That's fine. You guys got the Europa League, so it's fine.
It's because Thomas Frank decided to interfere.
Thomas Frank was screaming his head off. Yeah.
Bro, he's I think he just has the record right now for the worst top 6 manager record ever. Like it's shocking how bad he's been, bro. And I was bigging him up in the summer. So
and it's wait, hold on. Actually, before we end this, isn't it ironic that like we're not hearing any of this? Oh, Thomas Frank has to go. Like as much as we were hearing about Ange, isn't that weird?
I've seen a lot of Thomas Frank has to go.
Yeah,
not from who? I haven't heard
from
of
the fans though. From the fans.
I'm not talking about the fans. I'm talking about
media. But media is that is kind of true in a sense.
That is true. I agree with that.
They were.
I can see that.
Andrew's public enemy number 1 because of that
I feel like,
quote.
But I feel like with the media, I feel like Frank is such a lovable character.
He seems like he's
hold on. Yeah. Well, I feel like the media is used to Tottenham being after last season. They're like, all right, well, that's where they are. That's when I brought up that like you. That's where you play. That's where your players are.
Nah. We're talking about like narratives. We're talking about narratives. We're talking about how Andrew's like the public enemy number 1 around the entire media world. But for Thomas Frank, it's like he isn't because bro, we're in worse position than we are this year than we were like by this time last year. We didn't have to really. We knew we could lose out and still. Not get relegated. We don't know that this year.
In a sense, do you think that is because he's so safe? Like Ange came in saying like, "Yo, I always win something,"
and he does, and he did,
and he did for sure. Yeah, I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to argue that. I mean, for sure.
That shouldn't get you hated. That shouldn't get a narrative.
No,
I don't know.
That is also true. That's why I'm getting your thoughts on it. Like, like since kind of like, do you kind of make yourself at the target by like the things you say and stuff?
You could say the same thing about Jose Mourinho. Like, he's like, "Oh, I'm the special one. I'm the special one." For
sure, yeah. But he delivered too, and he still gets hated.
And so did Ange, but then he got sacked. So it's like if we gave him another year.
No, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I'm with you. What you're trying to say
before we signed out because I didn't make a note of that. To say that.
Yeah,
no,
I'm just saying, like, I feel like Frank is hella safe, bro. He doesn't put himself out there or the team out there or. In a sense, he's kind of
tries to be everybody's friend. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
I agree that the media is definitely taking a closer, harder look at Frank. and not at what's given to Postecoglou, and not giving the same type of attention to Frank. But I also kind of think that some of it is because of where you guys came last year, so the expectations are not like, oh, you're going to go from 17th to 3rd place.
Yeah, but I mean, in a sense, you could say the same thing. You could say the same thing with United. We placed 16th or 15th, right? But until Amorim left, it wasn't like and we saw the results under Carrick. And you can also even argue, some people can even argue like, yo, Carrick's like like the guy that was made for this. Like he's like one of Ferguson's child, right? He's one of Ferguson's.
Wait. So what are you trying to say? I'm confused.
No, I'm not trying to say like, no, I'm saying some people like this is like the divide in the narrative that's going on. Some people could say like he was destined to have this job. Like Carrick would be the best person. And since he's delivering with the results, right? It's working out good for him, and things have changed, but things haven't changed under Amorim, right? So that's what I'm saying. Until Tottenham change, I'm saying until Thomas Frank, kind of leaves his position, I feel like that's when Spurs might be looking on to a better page. Better
this
chapter.
was the answer for finishing 17th. This was supposed to be the grand answer, and they're treating it as if like it's like, okay, this is the answer. Like, I'm confused. I just don't like that they were all up against.
Frank was supposed to be the answer. Yeah,
Frank was supposed to be the answer. We're in a worse position than we were in last year at this time, and it's like, what's
But looking back, Ange isn't also the right.
Thomas Frank does a good job of playing down the media narrative, and so like think about like Spurs' best coach Pochettino. He literally just came out and said Spurs should be still competing in the Champions League.
Yes,
they should be competing for the top trophies. Think about what Ange said. This is a club that should be competing. That puts your neck out on the line, and the media love to cut those kind of people down. But if you come out and you say, we need to suffer, or we need to be prepared to lose a lot of games. And then like, dude, then the media, they
just feel bad.
They kind of just like, they're kind of just like, oh, he knows his place. He's not going to do anything crazy. But the coaches that like big up the teams, bro, they're the ones that get cut down the first.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you think about it, like we need some manager that's going to big us up because they took us to finals. And unfortunately, we didn't win in Madrid against Liverpool, but we did in Bilbao. So, I mean, I think, we do need those managers that are willing to put their neck out and show some fucking balls because, the way they're playing under Thomas Frank is so timid. I mean, I'm not going to lie, like now that he's getting pressured, we're not playing terrible. Obviously, we just don't have a healthy roster and, the Romero situation with the red card wasn't helpful either. But that's my last 2 cents. I just wanted to throw that out there. All right, guys. That's all for this match week review. Thank you for coming to yet another informed session brought to you by Touchwater Productions. I'm your host. They call me Marcus. We got Potts over there repping Bonnie Blue. We got the Red Devil down there, bro. He got Steve over there. You'll never walk alone.
Okay. Always with the Bonnie Blue.
We'll be back next week. You know what it is. Don't forget to tune in, like, subscribe, drop a comment, and let us know what team you support. You could get a shout out. Until next week, boys.
We will